Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I've got a tutorial with you on the SkyWarsX plugin made by WasUp92, great developer. The plugin is of a high quality, great code, no lag, works great. I had a problem with the audio, so I've had to speak over the plugin. So let's get started. To start off with, you want to set your lobby, as I'm doing now. The lobby will be where you're standing at the time. Once you go to SW join, you'll be teleported to that position. So I recommend you putting it somewhere near your join signs, or somewhere in your server that has something to do with SkyWars, and not at your spawn, unless it's near your SkyWars. You have the axe, which you can join games, auto join games, or just join them individually. You have a shop, which is full of, I believe it's 22 kits, 52 cages, and about 52 trails as well. So the plugin has a lot of default trails and classes and stuff, which I thought was very good, which saves you a lot of time and effort trying to set it all up. Again, great plugin. You then have your inventory and parties. I believe I'll go on to parties next. With the cages, cages are when you join a game. At the start of a game on the countdown, you're inside the cage. With glass, you're completely surrounded by the cage. With any other block, you have the middle layer cut out so you can look out of your cage, which is a great feature. So you can have anything as a cage instead of just coloured glass. Of course you can have coloured glass as well. The trails, says you have the emerald trail. When you shoot your bow, you have a load of emerald like particles come back in the party. First is the party leader, second is privacy, left click for open, right click for invite only. Shows you the amount of players in the party, and you can invite players. As you can tell, I'm the only one on the server at the moment, so it would just be me there. Then you can leave the party as shown. Next you have the profile, you get the statistics, you get loads of stuff here. Your stats are just scoped in on, and everything's recorded here. And then got your inventory, when you purchase kits, cages, trails, or get them in a mystery box, which is another thing I need to show you. They will go into there. You got achievements, get so many kills, get so many hits, and so on. Catch fishes and all sorts. You then get a prize upon achieving the required stuff. You can then go back, get stats, achievements, do whatever. You can quit if you confirm it, you've left SkyWars, and that's that, you're out of the game. You can set leaderboards, get rid of leaderboards. You also got the mystery box, which is a really cool feature that I like, as you don't need to use crates and etc. You right click the mystery box, click confirm, costs 500, tells you that the trials are 20% chance, cages 15%, kits 30%. The rarities are rare on 20%, legendary on 10%, and common on 60%. So you're most likely to get saying common, rare, possibly, legendary. It's gonna be hard. You gotta be lucky. So if we go ahead and click confirm, then we'll scroll through and see what kit we get. As you can see, we've got a tactician, which is an okay kit. Get wooden sword, sponge, and a potion. I believe it's a night vision potion. It'll broadcast in chat, tell you what you got. Go to your profile, it'll be in your inventory. If you click on it, it'll tell you that it's your kit, and it'll tell you what kit you've chosen. And as you can see, we haven't chose a trowel or a cage, so it won't show us any of them. Right. Now I'll show you how to do the holograms. For this you need holographic displays, otherwise it's not going to show the displays. It will say it's there, but when it's not, the plugin can run completely on its own. Here I do a little error, I use add instead of set. The command needed here is SW hologram set, and then the type of display you want, either leaderboard or stats. Here I go for leaderboard. As you can see, I don't do set, I do add. So I go back and I use set, which is the correct usage. After a couple of typos. Excellent. As you can see, you get a big leaderboard of all players that have played, and the statistics, who has the best statistics so far. Plugin's new to my server, so there ain't many people that have played. Plus my server's currently whitelisted. Right, then you set the statistics and it shows your personal statistics right there. There are a lot. Very useful. Great for people to see how they're getting on. Kill death ratios and so on. You can leave. Your stats will go, but leaderboard will stay. Now we're going to go to the world manager. Here you can do a lot of stuff. You create worlds, delete worlds, import worlds, backup worlds, restore worlds, teleport to worlds, and list worlds. If you create a world, you create a world, and then you've got a type of world you'd like to create, empty, the end, or I believe it's normal. You can import worlds, so if you get a world from online, for instance, you can import it using World Manager instead of restarting your server and so on. You can back up the worlds in case you do a mistake and the world gets corrupt. You can just restore it, which is the next command. It will restore a world from a backup file. You can then teleport to a world, so once you've created a world or once you've got a world, you can teleport to the specified world. You can list your worlds, which I'm doing right now. As you can see, disable PvP and so on. You can change difficulty. You can create a world. I did the wrong command here. I used SW create when I needed to put world manager in front of the create. As I'll show you now, I'll create a world. Create. The name, I'm not going to put the world type, I'm going to let you see the list of world types, so I'll just enter here. Right, there's normal, never an end, just bear me 1 second. Right, now then we'll TP to the tutorial world. As you can see, it's an empty world. There's nothing, not even a flat world below. Here, this is where I'd recommend your world edit or some sort of world editing plugin. So you do //CYL, then Sorry about that, just had to, I got interrupted during recording, so I had to pause it. You want 5, which is wood, and then a radius of 15 for so that you can have a nice base to build off of. Alright, now we'll do about 6. Then we'll copy that, we select the positions. So we'll select position 1 by using //pos1. Alright, and then we'll select our second position. Once we've got our second position, we'll go to, usually you go to the middle of this platform. I didn't here as it was just a quick demonstration. You rotate it 90 degrees or whatever degree you want, depending how many you want. I'm going to just produce 4, so I'm going to rotate it 4 times by 90 and then paste it 4 times. As you can see, I have an island to my right as well. I'll then have an island behind me and then one to my left. I don't show here, I show just afterwards, but you then want to add the spawns with /SW, add spawn, and then the arena name, in my case tutorial. But we're going to go ahead and place the chest down. I did 4 on that island, I'm just going to use 1 on the other islands, just for demonstration purposes. Right, once we've got them in the position, we're going to start sorting out our middle chest. I just set up a few middle chests here just to show you that they work. The cool feature with this plugin is that you can set the middle chest to whatever you want. You can create a chest. What you want to do is select the wand. Here you can see I was already in wand mode, so I came out of it and come back in. You then want to select the whole arena. So you want to get to either edge of the arena. You want to select the first corner with a left click. You then want to go to the lower opposite side. Sorry about that. You want to make sure you're fully in line, and then you want to go below the arena and then up 0. Which will just put you in the block that you are now. You then want to left click, right click, sorry. You then want to create the arena using SW create. Right, now we're going to do a number 1 because we want it to be solo, so 1 player per team. We're then going to do a maximum teams of 2 for demonstration purposes. On the teams, you can use 1 for solo, 2 for teamed, 3 for teamed, 4 for teamed, and so on. We're going to make the maximum teams as 2, as we only want 2 people to be able to play. As you can see, I've created the arena now. We scanned 98,490 blocks. The total blocks was 98,490. The detected blocks, the scan percentage 100%, which means it's complete, and it took 0 seconds. Right, now we're going to create a chest. If you go onto chest manager, as you can see, you can create a chest type, delete a chest type, you can edit a chest type, you can use the chest manager tool, which gives you a wand to change your chest type. You can update the region, which I'll show you in just a moment, and you can list the chest types. Right, here I'm listing the chest types. As you can see, I've got default middle with an extra E for instead of middle with just 1 E, because I was doing it on purpose because I didn't want it to have middle. Then I did mid, and now we're going to create tutorial. before that you would need to put all of the items that you want inside your inventory. Here you can see I've just left the selection mode. Right, now I'm going to type in diamond. I'm going to get some diamonds and some tools and some armor. Now I'll select the armor that I'd like to be inside of the chest type. A really cool feature about this plugin is that it's using a GUI just to create the chest types, which no other plugin out there has done for sorting out chests. Right, you want to do SW chest manager create and then the name of the chest type, in this case tutorial. Here it'll open up a GUI. You just shift click all the items you want in there or just place them in there. You can then add the min items. I'm just going to leave it default 6. Red is minus on the glass pane and green is plus. Here I'm going to make it to, I believe, 13. There you can generate another page if you fill that page, and then you want to save it and apply it. Once it's applied and saved, you want to get the tool with SW tool and then the chest type. Sorry, SW chest manager tool and then the chest type. In this case, tutorial. You then want to left click to add the chest type to that chest, or right click to see what type the chest is. When you left click, you'll see a message in chat saying you've changed this chest type to tutorial. Whereas if you right click, you can see the chest type. I wasn't too sure if I did this chest, so I right clicked it to see if I had or not, and I hadn't. So then I left click to select it for tutorial. Now then, after this I'm going to get the wand. I'm then going to select the middle. As you can select a whole area if you can't be bothered to just select all of the chests that are in the area. This is a much quicker way to do it. So left click low point, right click higher point. You just want to do chest manager, update region, and then the name. Here it will mark how many chests were in the region that you just selected, and it will change them to the set region, in this case tutorial. Okay. Before going to spawn, like I did, what you want to do is you want to go to each island and make a spawn points for your arena. So you go there and you do SW add spawn and then the arena name, in this case tutorial. Here the sign's going to say it's wrong because the arena isn't enabled, so it will come up red as in disabled. Once clicked done, it will come up red to say that it has not been enabled. Alright, now what you want to do is SW edit and then the arena name. This will bring up a GUI of the team sizes, the minimum teams, the maximum teams, and so on. I did set it to the minimum teams as 1, but the minimum teams must be 2. The lobby countdown's 30, I'm going to bring that down a tad now. Again, red minus, green plus. That is the game length of 900. Here you can see that you can enable the arena, and the other one was just information. You don't need to save and apply it, otherwise it will still be inactive. And there's me changing it to 2. It must be at least 2. Here I'm creating a join sign. When I get my spelling correct. Right, here you can see that it's come up green. Here, if you do a sign wrong, it will show you that it's invalid, and then it can't find an arena with that name. Right. Now what you want to do is add the spawns. So I'm going to teleport back to the tutorial world. I'm going to go to each island and I'm going to add the spawns. In this case I'm going to do 3 and remove 1 to show you can remove the spawns. Recommended to hover above the island and then add the spawns. All you need to type is SW add spawn arena name. In this case tutorial. Here I'm just going over and making sure that I've covered what I needed to cover here. What I'm going to do is now show you how to remove a spawn. When I get my spelling right. Right, now I'm going to remove the last spawn. You don't need to type the number at the end, sorry, as it just removes the last spawn point. Just bear with me a minute, the video just got interrupted. Right, now when you type SW join, you'll be teleported to the SkyWars lobby, which is set right at the start. The axe is to play. As you can see, tutorials now there, and I've joined. If you just bear with me 1 second, I'm just going to get my alternative account. Here is where you can see that the glass is completely surrounded you, but when you go into the game and you choose a different cage, the middle blocks where you're looking are not there if you can't see the block through the block type. So now I've got my alternative account on. I'm just going to show you that the chests on the islands are not as good as the chests in the middle. As you can see in the scoreboard, you can see the next event, which will be a chest refill in 4 minutes. You can see the maximum amount of players, which is 2 in the game. You can see what arena we're on and the mode we're in, which is solo. As you can see, there's not very good items in this chest, nor this one. Just collect all the items out of here, and then we're just gonna, just for video purposes, just enable fly and show you the middle chest. As you can see, the stuff that we put in the GUI has appeared in the middle chests. Got diamond armor and some diamond tools. Sorry about that, we had a video interruption. Okay, and I've got myself a full set of diamond armor, 32 diamonds and a sword. The sponge and stuff is all from the kit that I had active, the Now I'm gonna fly over to Juggernaut over here and just kill him. As you can see, he's got basic items in his chest as well. As you can see here, when we look in the config, you can enable a map. It says congratulations, you've earned 100 coins for unlocking an achievement, which is get your kills. First kill. If you look, if I go to achievements, this is win your first game, and I've unlocked it and you earn 100 coins from it. And it also notifies me that my coins have been updated. This plugin's very cool and I'd highly recommend it. Right, now we've gone into configuration files. What you want to do is drop the SkyWars jar into your plugins folder. You then want to find the SkyWars file. Once you opened it, you'll see you've got multiple files to configure. As you can see, the arenas are in the file there. Me, Juggernaut and King Booth. Right, if we open achievements, this is where you can edit or choose create achievements that you would like to implement. I'm just going to open the file with Notepad++, as it's a better editing program. I'd recommend that as well. As you can see, one of the achievements is kills. It then goes up with 10 kills. Then you've got the description, which tells you to get 10 kills. And it says you earn 100 coins in the prize, which will then activate the command SW coins add and then player 100, which means it will give the player 100 coins. And then goes up 50, 100 and so on and so on. You can get projectiles launched and all sorts, and you can add as many as you want and whatever prize you want. I'm pretty sure you can run any command in this. Alright, now we're going to go into the broadcaster. The broadcaster I've updated myself. It starts off with SkyWars here, which I changed to Epic Clans MC because it's my server name. The first broadcast message I set up myself, it is not a default message. The two lines up top with the header and footer, and then the following messages will be broadcast within the time set in the configuration file. When making a message, what you want to make sure is before the dash there is no space, after the dash there is one space, and then the comma. If you don't have the commas between the text and the one space after the dash, you will not receive the messages in game and you'll break the configuration file. So I'd recommend you make sure you get that sorted correctly. As you can see, I've added in my own one saying thank you for watching the tutorial, I hope it helped. With the colour aqua blue, I believe, and then a lightish red colour. within the next writing. Here I'm just showing where you need the space. Okay, once you've done that, you want to save it and get rid. If you're using FTP, such as FileZilla, you need to remove and transfer the file that you've just edited. Now we'll have a look at the cages. In the cages you can add or remove cages. I believe there are about 20 to 50 cages default set up. I'm pretty sure it's on the page if you want to have a look at that. The permission, you can add a node, a permission node, so that your donators get specific cages and other players can't get them, and so on. The rarity, you get common, rare and legendary, just a percentage of how often it'll pop up in the mystery box. You can add a value. Obviously the default cages won't have a value. Here you can see that the middle here is air, because when you're inside of the cage and it's a block that you can't see through, such as snow, it will make sure that that bit's air so you can see out clearly. And it's got a value of 750. And as you can see, there are a load of cages set up for you. When you get the plugin, all you need to do is drop the jar in and you're practically ready to go. Now we'll have a look at the chests. I'm not going to edit the chests, as I've showed you that you can edit them in game using the GUI interface. It's easy to do and it only takes a matter of minutes, if not seconds, whereas typing in all the item IDs and everything inside the chest.yml is far longer. Here's the config file. You can use UUIDs if you want to use UUIDs, if not, it'll go off of player names. You can use Vault or you can use the built-in economy system. I use the built-in economy system. If you're going to use Vault, you need to have Vault installed. But I don't use it, so I'll just keep it as false. The string coins are your starting coins, so all players will start with 2,000 coins. Per kill you get 10 coins. I'm going to change the 10 coins to 15 coins now. And then I'll change the coins per win to 55, just for demonstration purposes. Right, the minimum XP you get, which is towards your level, is 5 per kill. You then get the celebration length, which is at the end of the game when the player has won. It will celebrate for the specified time. You can add it or decrease it. You get a max warning of 3 if you do the forbidden things inside of one game. You get up to 3 warnings and then you get removed from the game via a kick. The party invitation length is 30 seconds. You can change that, but if the person receiving an invite does not accept it within 30 seconds, it gets it runs out of time and you cannot join the party any longer. You must request a new invite. You can allow spectators to view inventories and you can load skins on skulls. if you're setting up the leaderboard signs. Here you can see the selling value is at, I believe, 33% of the actual price. So if you get a selling price, you minus 33% of that price off of the total cost, and that's what you can sell it for. The max arena size is a large number for your large arenas, so you don't have to worry about that. The leaderboard updates every 15 minutes. I would recommend keeping it at that, as if you've got a high player base, it's possible that the leaderboard might glitch or lag a little bit. But you can always change that to your liking. You can then set up the broadcasting times. You can set it to broadcast all of these times. The allowed commands are SW, SkyWarsX, tell, help, reply, message, ban, kick and report. The mystery box blocks type is by default an ender chest, but it can be changed wherever you want. The cost of it is 500, and then it shows you the rarities of them, or the rates at what they come in. I have changed this to my own, the same with the other rarities. Under party, it shows the different slots and the custom slots. As you can tell, the plugin's fully customizable. You can enable bungee mode, so that when you join a certain server, straight away you get all of the SkyWars items into your inventory, where you can click to play, go to the shop, go to the inventory, go to the parties and so on. You can use a MySQL database to store all of your data instead of storing it on your server files. There's a rollback system in place which is efficient and fast. Very useful for when players are placing and breaking blocks. You've then got the rank information, which you can change and customize however you want it. Next we'll have the executed commands for when a player wins and the arena starts. As you can see, when a player wins there are no commands to run. When it's daytime, when the arena starts, it says it's daytime. As you can see now, you get a winner's map. I've not got it enabled, but you can enable a map to show when a game's won, which displays an image if you want it to, and it just displays the image that you've chosen to display on it. Really cool feature. I haven't known any other plugins to do that for SkyWars. You've got titles, and then it shows you where the lobby's set and where the leaderboards and other stuff are set. Again, great plugin. down to the customization, where you can customize messages, scoreboards and so on. You can change the prefix to all the messages, which I've done. It will be set at SkyWars at first, but as you can see I've changed that to Epic Lands MC, as that's my server name. As you scroll down, you start to see that the scoreboard information's there. Personally, I wouldn't change anything, but you can change the title, for instance, to your server name. You can change coins to money and stuff like that. You can see how many kills you got. You can see your kills to deaths and much more. Great setup, great plugin. You can then edit what the signs are like. You can edit the signs. The statuses are there. You can change what they say. You can change the colours of the status and all sorts. Here you have the item name, what it does, and the lore, and the item used for it, and so on. Here is what's in the main part, so when you go back, when you confirm something, or when you cancel something, it's the lore for those items. If you made any changes to that, you're going to want to save it. You're then going to want to exit out. I hadn't made any changes, so I had no need to save it. Here you got the kits. I'm not going to be editing these, as I'm happy with the kits that came default. There are 22 kits, I believe. I think there's around 50 cages and around 50 trails as well. It's an amazing plugin. Now we'll have a look in this shop. As you can see in the shop, there's not much to change. You just add whatever you've got in the shop and just sort it all out. I'm not going to muck about with that because I haven't added anything to the shop. Right, now we're going back into game. If you reload the server, you're going to be forced out of the join mode, so you'll be teleported back to where you started to join the arena in the first place. You can see I've joined back now. Here I'm just waiting for one of the custom messages I sorted out to come up, but I don't think they do come up because the delay between them and the order that they go in, so I don't think I get them to come up here, and I tend to just give up trying after a little while. But this plugin has so many plugins into one basically. It's got the trails, it's got the shop, it's got the GUI, configuration, it's got the leave, it's got the profile, it's got the mystery boxes, it's got the lot, the scoreboard, all in one, which is a lot better than all the other SkyWars plugins out there. I found it really difficult to actually find a half decent plugin out there for SkyWars, and I couldn't find one anywhere until I came to Was Up 92's page. Found this. Right, to finish up, just gonna go into detail about some of the features that the plugin has. To start off, you can specify the when chest refill and how often. There's a lot of player stats such as kills, coins, win, deaths, modifier and such. There's an auto join command which will put players in the best arena. There's cool scoreboards that show many different information and updates with a little to no flicker. There's a tracking compass you can use to track the campers. You get mystery box, you can unlock random items for a low cost with a very cool animation. There's a ranking system, with each rank being harder than the one before. A detailed lightweight cooldown system for people that like to spam. And that is about it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, guys.